So now we will learn, after learning inverse Z transform using long division method and using partial fraction, now we'll go for unilateral Z transform. Okay, unilateral Z transform is nothing but a single sided Z transform. It is given by x1 of Z is equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity x of n z to the power minus n. Okay, means you will come to know that when you write the equation, you always usually wrote x of z equation as minus infinity to plus infinity, but now a unilateral z transform is only from 0 to infinity x of n z to the power minus n. Okay, so the basic difference between bilateral and unilateral z transform is in the terms of time shift. Okay, all the properties and rest cases hold good for both bilateral or to both sided and single sided sequences. Only time shift property is different for unilateral Z transform. That is, if Z transform of x of n is x of z, okay, then for m greater than or equal to 0, Z transform of x of n minus m is equal to z to the power minus m x1 of z plus x of minus 1 z to the power minus m plus 1 plus x of minus 2 z to the power minus m plus 2 and so on till x of minus m. Okay, the earlier case was z transform of x of n minus m was, okay, z to the power minus m x of z, but now for unilateral, apart from z to the power minus m x of z, I have other things. Okay, example, z transform of x of n minus 1. Okay, z transform of x of n minus 1 is, okay, m value is 1, z to the power minus 1 x of z or x1 of z, okay, plus, okay, plus x of minus 1 z to the power m value is 1 minus of m value is 1 plus 1, which is z to the power minus 1 x of z plus x of minus 1 z to the power 0, which is equal to z to the power minus 1 x of z plus x of minus 1. Okay, similarly z transform of x of n minus 2 is z to the power, okay, minus 2 x of z, okay, plus x of minus 1 z inverse plus x of minus 2. Okay, similarly z transform of x of n minus 3, okay, z to the power minus 3 x of z plus x of minus 1 z to the power minus 2 plus x of minus 2 z to the power minus 1 plus x of minus 3 till you get the next value of x, which is z to the power 0. You should go on substituting. Okay, so this I am going to use in my solving the given difference equation, in finding the transfer function of a given system and so on. Okay, and after learning this important topic now is ROC, that is how it helps in finding causality and stability. Okay, based on ROC are going to define. Okay, so a system is said to be causal. Okay, a system is said to be causal, okay, if if ROC is exterior of a circle, a system is said to be causal if the ROC of the system is exterior to the circle. When you draw the when you plot the ROC, when you have poles, and when you draw the circle, when you get for example z divided by z minus a, so you have z greater than a, for example, a, you plot the circle, so for such things, when z is greater than a, then the system is said to be causal. If you get z less than a, then the system is non-causal. Similarly, a system is said to be stable. A system is said to be stable if the ROC of the system is said to be stable if the ROC of the system includes the unit circle. Including unit circle, for example, you have z equal to something 1.5 and z equal to 0.5, 1.5. This is one circle, this is another circle. If z greater than 1.5, if z greater than 1.5, does it include the unit circle? What is unit circle? A circle with radius, a circle with radius 1. This is your unit circle. This is your radius from here, origin or whatever, this or unit. The radius is 1. Now what is condition of stability? Stability says that ROC should include unit circle. Now when ROC is telling that z greater than 1.5, then it will not include unit circle. If, for example, z less than 1.5, if z is less than 1.5, then obviously z less than 1.5, then it will include this 1 also in that. Or z greater than 0.5, z greater than 0.5 will include 1 also in that, this circle also, and hence the system is said to be stable. And what is causality property states that? Causality states that a system is said to be causal if the ROC of the system is exterior to the circle. Means the condition is that it should be greater, z greater than 0.5, z greater than 1.5, anything. But when z less than 1.5, then ROC is interior to the circle, and interior to the circle of what? This 1.5 or 0.5, z less than 0.5, z less than 1.5, it indicates that the system is non-causal. We'll solve the numerical also, where it will be easier for you to understand. Now considering this, we'll try to use this in our examples. So firstly, we will try to solve the given difference equation. The example is solve the given difference equation. Y of n is equal to half y of n minus 1 plus x of n. Initial conditions are y of minus 1 is equal to 1 by 4 and x of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n u of n. This is the thing. So many times what happens is, okay, if initial condition is not given, do not worry about any unilateral Z transform. If initial conditions are given, then it is indication that you should use unilateral Z transform. Okay, so first what they are told is solve the given difference equation. Meaning of that is, okay, so you have to include x of n in this and try to solve the equation. So I'll let you know. Find the Z transform of this equation first. Okay, y of z, Z transform of y of n, y of z, half Z transform of y of n minus 1. Okay, that is, since this initial condition is given, using that property, previous property, okay, this one x of n minus 1 is z inverse x of z plus x of minus 1. Using that property, y of n minus 1 is, okay, y of n minus 1 is z inverse y of z plus y of minus 1, okay, plus x of z, okay, which is equal to half z inverse y of z, y of minus 1 given is 1 by 4, okay, plus x of z. What is x of z? Z transform of this. So what is z transform of half to the power n u of n? Z divided by z minus half, okay, which is equal to half z inverse y of z plus 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, 1 by 8, plus z divided by z minus half. Okay, so what I have done is, I have found out y of z and substituted x of n. As I was telling, what is given x of z, I have substituted here. Okay, so now when you try to solve this, okay, so here I have y of z and here also y of z. So first take out common y of z. So what you have? 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse, which is equal to 1 by 8 plus z divided by z minus half. Okay, y of z, okay, this what it gives me, okay, when you multiply and divide by z, okay, multiply and divide by z, multiply means z minus half divided by z, which is equal to 1 by 8 plus z divided by z minus half. Why I have done it? Because I want to shift this this equation here. Okay, so when you shift this, okay, x by y, when you shift here, 1 by 8 into z divided by z minus half plus, okay, z divided by z minus half, okay, am I right? So into z divided by z minus half, which is equal to y of z is equal to 1 by 8 z divided by z minus half plus z divided by z minus half square into, I'll keep this z as it is. I'll tell you why I am doing that. Okay, now inverse z transform of this, y of n equal to, you know that when you want to write the inverse z transform, you should know ROC. But as the initial conditions they have given, so obviously it is a right-sided sequence, and hence it will be a positive time exponential sequence, half to the power n u of n. Okay, and this is, okay, this is n half to the power, okay, n half to the power n minus 1, using the property, okay, using the property n half to the power n minus 1 u of n. What is this? This is a property which we are trying to tell, or using, okay, z divided by z minus a square, which I have shown you, inverse z transform. Okay, I will write here, this we have written z divided by inverse z transform, z minus a square, which is n into a to the power n minus 1 u of n. That is a property which I have used. So n into half to the power n minus 1 u of n. Okay, since this property, that is z divided by z minus a or z divided by z minus a square, z divided by z minus a cube, that was the property, so I have considered here z divided by z minus half square. Now I kept this z outside. This will be inverse z transform of this is this at, okay, at what is that, at z, at z means n equal to n plus 1. This x, to compensate for this extra z, I am trying to shift this by y. Now what is this shifting again? Okay, you have seen that. Okay, what we have done, z transform of x of n minus 1. What was this? Okay, z inverse x of z. If it was x of n plus 1, okay, z into x of z, is it fine? X of n plus 1 means if it was this, then you would have written z minus of minus 1, that is x of z. So what you have done, this, if you get x of z, this is complete x of z, okay, into z. So x of z into z, to compensate what you if that is z, then it should be shifted by 1. If it is x to the power n plus 2, then it is z square x of z. Then you should write here at n equal to n plus 2, shift it by 2. Okay, and hence your final answer is y of n is equal to 1 by 8 half to the power n u of n, and this equation shift this by n plus 1. Wherever n is there, write it as n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1 half n minus 1 plus 1. Okay, n minus 1 plus 1. So n u of n plus 1. So this example is indicating, okay, this example is indicating how to solve the given difference equation, and previously when I told unilateral z transform, how to use it here, that I am trying to indicate. Next example we'll solve. We'll take up it as, okay, given y of n equal to 2 1 by 3 to the power n u of n. Okay, so x of n is equal to u of n. You are asked to find impulse response. Find the impulse response h of n. Second, find the output. Find the output when x of n is half to the power n u of n. Here it was x of n u of n. Now they are told x of n equal to half to the power n, then find the output. Okay, so now find the impulse response h of n means, okay, check it here. So here they have given y of n. So y of, take z transform of that, y of z equal to 2 1 by 3 to the power n u of n. Okay, if you have any confusion, I will put a bracket. Okay, so 1 by 3 to the power n u of n means z divided by z minus 1 by 3. X of z, z transform of this, z divided by z minus 1. Okay, so y of z divided by x of z is equal to 2z divided by z minus 1 by 3 whole divided by z divided by z minus 1, which is equal to 2z divided by z minus 1 by 3 into z minus 1, okay, divided by z. Okay, z get cancelled. So you are left with y of z divided by x of z is equal to 2 z minus 1 divided by z minus 1 by 3, which this y ratio of y of z by x of z is called as h of z, which is system function. Okay, this is called as transfer function. Many times you will be asked to find the transfer function given y of n and x of n. So you have to find like this, R system function. Okay, so h of z is equal to, okay, h of z is equal to 2z minus 1 divided by z minus 1 by 3. Okay, so now you have to find impulse response means h of n. Okay, h of n, that is inverse z transform of this. How to find the inverse z transform of this? Again use partial fraction. Okay, so now what is that? You know that the first step is represent given thing in h of z by either it is x of z by z, y of z by z, or h of z by z. The left side should be represented by z. So 2z minus 1, and when you have here, as you know that I don't have any z extra to shift it here, so this extra z we have to compensate by here. If you are getting confused, multiply and divide by z. This z shift it here so that I will get here, and this z remains with this. Okay, so now this is a rational function. Okay, so that you can write it as 2z minus 1 divided by z, z minus 1 by 3 is equal to, okay, a divided by z plus b divided by z minus 1 by 3. Am I right? Which is 2z minus 1, which is equal to a z minus 1 by 3 plus bz. The denominator gets cancelled. Put z equal to 1 by 3. This equation. Okay, how to put this? Z minus 1 by 3 equal to 0. Put z equal to 1 by 3. Here I don't have anything. Put z equal to 0. Second equation. Put z equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 minus 1. Here 1 by 3 when you put it is 0. Here b into 1 by 3. So 2, 1 by 3 minus 1. 3 you shift here. That is 2 into minus 2 by 3 is equal to b 1 by 3. 3 get cancelled. You are left to b equal to minus 4. Okay. Put z equal to 0. So when you put z equal to 0, okay, to find a. So z equal to 0 means 2 into minus 1, which is equal to a into minus 1 by 3 plus b is 0. Okay. So minus 2 equal to a minus 1 by 3. Minus minus on both sides get cancelled. What you are left? A equal to 3 is shift here. Okay. That is 6. Am I right? So now you have to write h of n is h of z by z is equal to here. Okay. H of z by z. What is value of a? A is, okay, a is 6. 6 divided by z. 6 divided by z. B value is minus 4. Minus 4 divided by z minus 1 by 3. So shift z on the right side. 6z by z minus 4z divided by z minus 1 by 3, which is equal to, okay, h of z is equal to 6 minus 4z divided by z minus 1 by 3, which is finding z inverse z transform of this. 6 del of n. Inverse z transform of 1 is del of n minus 4 1 by 3 to the power n u of n. So like this you have to find the inverse z transform. Similarly solve the second one. Okay.